So, you probably have a favorite YouTuber, right? Maybe it's Stephen Graham. Maybe it's Ryan Trahan. Maybe it's Tryon Mayhem. I don't know. But your favorite YouTuber probably has issued an apology at some point. And today, I am doing the penultimate apology tier list. I even brought out the green screen. So I think that at some point, everyone's apologized for something. Some are more warranted than others. And I just had way too much time on my hands, so I broke down a list of 18 of my favorite apologies. It was a long time, and it's for a video that I'm doing in which I myself figure out how to speedrun an apology so I can help any of the future YouTubers for when they fuck up. So I thought, unlike other apology tier lists, I'm not just going to do the tier list itself. What I'll actually do is add a criteria to see if we can score them and then put them in the category. Initially, I was like, I might say something, but you might not agree. I think that we need categories and then to give them a mark out of 50, and that will determine where they sit on the board. Now, the criteria I've determined is context of the crime, which is basically how bad is what they did. The actual apology. Is the actual apology good? Is it sincere? Humor. Of course, none of them are trying to be funny, but some of them are like beyond hilarious. I think that having the humor in it, for me, gets some brownie points. So I'm giving that a mark out of 10. Effort! Some of them really try hard. Some of them don't look like they're trying at all. That's out of 10. And finally, special ability / miscellaneous. I don't know if you know this. Every one of them pulled out a ukulele and made a song. Just for her, I made a special category. So they'll all be out of 50, and here's the mark system. If you score 15 or under, you get an F. You failed. You're shit. 16 to 30 is a C or a D tier, depending. 30 to 40 is a B tier. 40 is an A tier, and 45 upwards is S tier. That's where you're special. As you can tell, I'm really charged up for this. I've never really done a video like this before. I'm a little nervous, but I hope your favorite YouTuber makes it onto this list. Psych. I really hope your favorite YouTuber doesn't, because this is a horrible list to be on.
First, I want to start this video by saying
that I'm not a Tory. Extremely immature and stupid.
There was a lot more special needs that we weren't aware of.
thank you guys for giving me some time.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my apology video, which was the last video that I had posted on my channel.
Laura Lee. Laura posted crazy tweets in 2012. They resurfaced and spread like wildfire. Laura then released a YouTube apology video in which she fake cried the entire time and monetized the video. I love it already. This is the apparently like iconic. The tweets in question, by the way, I just want to show them to you. Like, I mean, I shouldn't, but you probably need to understand the context. I don't know what it is about Twitter that makes people unhinged like that. I don't know if the person who created Twitter knew that it would be the home of the N-word. For all the wrong reasons, I don't. It's bad.
So much possible. It's hard. It's probably the hardest things I've ever done. I'm so sorry. So sorry for disappointing you.
I like it. One of my favorite things she does is, of course, speaking like Mickey Mouse. At one point in the video, like I noticed this, she's trying to cry really hard, and like the amount of saliva that comes out, like she's like, and like it's like a loogie. I don't really know how that is a thing. You should get that checked, Laura.
It hurts me so bad. I know that I'm better than that person. I 6 years ago decided to retweet.
Ooh, but she didn't though. Like as we watch these, you'll notice patterns with YouTubers because each one like looked at the last one and is like, oh, don't do that, man. She said she decided to retweet these. It's kind of hard to retweet them when you tweeted them. She wrote them. She came up with those comedy gold bits all by herself. This is like removal of blame. She's also not really confessing what she did or like saying what she did, so people who are confused or coming to the channel maybe don't know exactly the full context will be like, oh, Laura, she's sad. I'm sad too.
Things that were so vile and hurtful. I have no excuses. I'm only here to say that I'm so sorry.
Is the voice working for anyone, by the way? I'm so sorry. I decided to really be I'm Laura Lee. Is it helpful? Or, I don't know, man. This is harder for me to listen to. If she just came out, she was like, I said some really bad shit. I think it's funny still. But anyway, Paula Deen is worse.
I can prove to you guys that I'm not that girl. I love you guys so much. And whenever I see I disappointed you, it just breaks my heart into a million pieces.
Again, you're gonna hear a lot of creators say things like, I just feel so bad. And then people, especially their fans, are supposed to be like, oh, I'm sorry that you feel hurt, Laura. Man, whoever sent those tweets is really bad. Oh, shit, it's you. I'm sorry. But anyway, the point is, I don't know who to be sorry for. I'm sorry for you, them. I'm just sorry Twitter exists.
I'm so sorry for anyone that's been hurt through this. There's no excuse. I wish it was a better 6 years ago.
Man, she put her hands up like shit. There's no excuse. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I'm so, like, my fingers just, like, typed in, oh, black people, bad, 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 bad. I'm so, my fingers have a mind of their own. It's my fingers' fault. Laura. Still trying to come up with a tear, by the way.
When I can't pray for the past, I can only pray for the future. I also want to say in this video that please just, if you hate me, please just hate me.
Done. Right? Right? What? What are you talking about, Laura? I don't get it. Who else is there to blame in this situation, Laura?
People have called my mother and threatened to kill her. They've gotten her phone number. They attacked a child. My 14-year-old niece attacked her.
Man, okay, so she finally got a tear out. I'm shortening each video. This took 5 minutes for one tear. That's like less than a tear a tweet. But she's also doing something which is like sort of deflecting and then coming back to it, being like, if you're gonna hate someone, hate me. Don't hate my mom for having me and then I send the tweets. Hate me. It's sort of like a technique where you're like, oh, okay, that's bad, Laura, but I'm sorry that other people are being brought into this, and then they sort of feel sympathy for her. It's a good tactic, actually. I'm gonna give her effort points for that one.
Thank you guys for giving me some time. And I hope you guys understand that I just need some time now. I love you guys so much. And I'm sorry.
She didn't speak like one normal word. The whole apology. And she needed time at the end. And that is her apology. So let's rate it. I think context of the crime. Tweets that were racial, but not against anyone and for no reason. Just for some reason, she woke up one day and said, I think I'm going to create a whole list of enemies for myself. I just genuinely don't understand how you could do that. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10 just off the bat for waking up and thinking you need to say the N-word today. That's gangster. Actual apology? That's a 4. Right there. That sounding like Mickey Mouse through that whole thing. I don't know about that. Fake tear. Not really saying anything, deflecting most of it, not owning up to it. That's a 4. I don't really have anything good to say about it, really. Honestly, I think the saliva was the highlight. Humor, 10. Sounding like Mickey Mouse as a tactic is fucking hilarious. Effort, 8. Between the saliva and the one tear, a lot of liquid was drained from her that day. And special miscellaneous. Deflecting, I don't know if this is a special thing, but like, she's special. So I'm gonna give that an 8 just off the bat. 8, 16, 26, 30, 37. Ooh, I think she hit a 37 right there. That's tough. I thought she was gonna get more. But she just falls short of the A tier. Iconic as it is, I don't think it was iconic enough. She falls into the B tier, and Laura Lee is our first victim. Aftermath. 4.6 million subs, but the views aren't doing as well. She also had to make an apology for that apology.
Hello everyone! We are very excited to bring you an announcement today.
The confusion and negative response over what this all is has been so overwhelming.
The Fine Bros. The Fine Bros were a popular reaction channel known for having different groups, ethnicities, and ages of people reacting to things. For some reason, they tried to copyright people reacting, then received massive backlash, and backtracked with a super defensive apology video. As I said, they started a reaction channel, and then they tried to claim reactions. So just imagine doing this, and then they were like getting a copyright lawsuit for that. That's what they tried to do. Not sure why they thought it's a good idea. And I'm also not sure how they're brothers. They don't look related to anyone or anything.
Who've been with us for years, as well as new people who join the Fine family every day.
And it's because of all your support that we're now announcing this big thing.
Is that what they call their channel? The Fine family? Is that what they call theirs? Pick a different name. Come on, the Fine family? What's up, fine fucking family? Fine as shit. Fine fucking sister. God damn. If you were, he's a fine brother, but you a fine sister, man. God, that's a bad name.
That will bring us closer than ever before by creating a new way for us to create content together. This is not only a huge step for our company, but for the entire global media industry.
We are excited to announce React World, which is a first-of-its-kind program that allows people and companies to license all our popular shows online.
It's a whole industry thing, man. People have never reacted until these two. Imagine saying happy birthday and the guy just walks past you because he doesn't know what to do. And then these people came along. Now he says thank you, which is a reaction. So you got to thank these people for existing.
In entertainment industry terms, when you create a version of a show based on someone else's format, this is called licensing, which many TV shows have done over time.
And unlike in TV, where you have to pay huge amounts up front, we're providing the license with no upfront fees. Instead, we're sharing revenue with you after you start uploading.
Yes, so they tried to take money for people reacting. And then, of course, backlash. So this is them apologizing. You tell me if it's an apology video, because I don't know.
Hey everybody, this video is us wanting to explain some things about React World.
Does he ever not wear a beanie? Like, I know I have one on my head, but I've never seen him not have a beanie. I would like to have a beanie reveal. I think that there's some little man controlling him, because I just want to go on record and say neither of these two, they don't look like humans. They look like almost humans. And it scares me sometimes whenever they say things that are not human, like we're trying to claim reactions. That's an alien thing to say.
The confusion and negative response over what this all is has been so overwhelming. And what we've realized is that we completely screwed up with how we originally talked about this.
First and foremost, we're sorry.
This is almost an apology. Like it was an apology. They said, like, we completely apologize for how we went about talking about this. And then they try and explain it to you in a better way. So it's almost an apology, but it's more, you're dumb. Let me dumb this down for you, dummy. That's kind of what this is.
First and foremost, we're sorry for confusing people by using terminology like our React format.
We're creators at heart, and those who know us personally know how passionate.
Oh shit, okay, so there's another thing that people do. Those who know us personally. It's almost insane to say that to fans who almost completely don't know you personally, but it's like a way of saying, like, our real friends, people who really know us, can vouch that we're not people who try and claim other human emotions and souls.
We are about trying to help creators, and React World is meant to be an extension of that, with us simply providing resources and tools to anyone who wants to go down this path of creating one of our series with direct support from us.
He said it like he was helping people. I'm just trying to help you to pay me money. Do you understand what I'm trying to do? Your bank account has lots of zeros and ones and stuff. I'm trying to take that when you do things like, because if you do that, we do that. You can't do that.
We've been trying to find an analogy to explain this better, and we know that this isn't the best, but if you wanted to start a fast food restaurant, you can start one on your own and possibly find huge success. But if you love Burger King and want to be part of that organization, if you join, you'd be able to get access to things like menu items and recipes and specific logos and promotional support. And these are two totally different routes.
Yes, one of the Fine brothers, but this is like you trying to claim burgers as opposed to the items on the menu and saying, are you eating food? Well, you can't do that. I do that. Pay me. So, of course, the internet absolutely ratioed them.
So we've set up an email that we will be personally checking if you want more clarification. So please write us at askthefinebros@gmail.com.
For our viewers who are not really part of this conversation,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if they reply. Hopefully they will.
And just here to watch our videos, thanks for sticking with us through this. And for everyone else, we want to continue the conversation, but either way, we just wanted to thank everyone for hearing us out.
There it is, their apology video. Apology. Let's look at the criteria. All right, so we got context of crime, trying to claim reaction. Now, while it may seem like not the worst thing on the list, especially with things that we're going through, the idea of waking up one day and saying, man, stop reacting without paying me, is probably the most egotistical thing you can do as a YouTuber. Many YouTubers get big, and as they get bigger, decide, not only am I getting paid a lot of money, but I want your money too. I don't know why YouTubers do this, but these guys, I think it's safe to say, the poster children of YouTubers who get greedy. So I would say it's pretty bad. I'm gonna put that as a 6. Actual apology, that's a flat out 0. You didn't even really apologize, you didn't say anything, you just basically defended yourself and then did an analogy about burgers, which just made me hungry, so. Humor, 3. They both look humorous, mean possibly, but true, 100%. Other than that, it's not funny. Effort. Honestly, this is like when you come and see like the reaction video that has graphics and motion packages of them announcing their reaction, and then you see this, which is just 2 sorry people looking like they sit on their dad's couch in his free time. That's a 0 as well. I think this is really bad. Like, it's not even good. This guy looks like he's wearing the same outfit from the last video. I don't even know if he has other clothes in his planet. And then special. 2. I realized that they call their channel the Fine Family. There's a lawsuit waiting to happen right there. All right, so if you add that up all together, you get, I'm so sorry, editor, for the count. 0, 3, 0. I think I need to double check that, but I think we got 10 out of 50. Woo, didn't even hit the 15 mark. If there was anything below an F, these guys would get it, but that is a big flat out fail from the Fine brothers. How fitting. Anything but fine. Aftermath. I have no idea. They are not a React channel, although it exists and it now looks like BuzzFeed.
We're gonna try something out that I've never even thought about. I have a black coffee. Today I couldn't do that because I messed up really, really bad.
Alfie Deyes. Alfie decided to do a £1 for 24-hour challenge. Proceeded to eat free stuff, complain about drinking tap water, not getting coffee, got food from a store in the UK that you need to pay a yearly fee just to shop at, Waitrose, donated all of 20 pence to charity at the end of the day, showing he has no concept of finance and how people were affected. He later posted a now unlisted apology video. Anybody else, by the way, noticing a theme that is like older YouTubers? Are we just gonna like wait a few years before everyone of our generation becomes problematic, or? I guess we'll have to wait to find out, huh? Moving on, Alfie Deyes. So this video is unlisted, I had to find it. I should give him demerit points for that, because I had to find it, but he did leave it up, so.
A couple of days ago I uploaded a video called Living on £1 for 24 hours. Of course, I messed up really, really bad, and I've made a massive mistake here. When I made the video, I genuinely, as you can see from watching it, I didn't think about charity. Like, I don't know how. Looking back on it, I have no idea how I didn't think about it, but I just simply saw this as, and this is the bit where people have been calling me ignorant and stuff, and I'm like, I fully get that. Like, I 100% get how that came across like that. Like, at one point in the video, I'm holding £1 up and I'm saying, look, this is all I got to spend today. That's fucking ridiculous. When I was filming it, I simply saw it as like another YouTube challenge.
So honestly, Alfie gets off to a pretty good start. He doesn't waste any time, doesn't seem to do anything like that's apparently wrong. He does say that he just saw it as another YouTube challenge, which is kind of almost a good thing. Because like at this time in YouTube, people were doing some wild pranks, you know? And you know, Alfie, he's an impressionable guy. He would have seen that and been like, oh yeah, all right. So I'm real lucky that he didn't do that one. He didn't do 24 hours kicking people's balls challenge, kissing my sister all day challenge. Like, YouTube was a wild place at that time. So I'm not saying what he did is right because it's not wrong, but like, whew, it's Alfie. He's impressionable, and this is the one that he saw, and he was like, yeah, $1, £1, that's easy. £1 is, I don't even make that in a year. I do, I'm a YouTuber, but I could pretend.
Like today, I'm gonna try and live spending only £1. 100% of the profits from that video will be donated to charity.
He did donate profits off that video to charity, which was 20 pence. So this. But I think what Alfie actually meant was he is donating all that stuff to charity, although the video is deleted, so I don't know if he also deleted the charity. I'm not sure.
I've already been on the phone to a charity in Brighton this morning, seeing how I can help them out with donating the revenue from that video. I also want to thank everybody, like truly thank you to those who constructively told me that my video was wrong. I appreciate your time educating me.
I wonder how they told him, like, Alfie, you're shit, bro. Bruv, you're fucking shit, mate. Why'd you keep? It's a £1, bro. I wonder what the constructive criticism was, because it wasn't from his wife, who, by the way, is on this list just after him. You just can't get away from it, I know.
Why my video was wrong. There's been a lot of people that have spent a lot of time writing messages in their notes about how their friends or family or themselves have had incredibly hard times with money, and how insensitive my video was in relation to them and their lives. And that really, really like opened my eyes to like, holy shit.
So Alfie apparently didn't know poor people existed. He just thought being homeless was a choice. He was like, look at that dude. Oh, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. Sleeping on the street for one day. I'm gonna try it.
I just wanna apologize to everybody, or when I was talking about not being able to have my morning coffee, for me at the time, I just saw that as I'm opening my eyes up to where I'm spending money and where me as Alfie Deyes in the future, I should be being cautious of where I'm spending my money. For example, a coffee every morning.
Yeah, so I mean, that last part I will say deterred from like what Alfie did, which was take full responsibility. Him saying he was just trying to learn how to save money is just flat out bullshit. I mean, saving on one coffee every day is, I don't even think that's attempting to lie. That's just wrong. But all right, Alfie. He does end the video pretty shortly, so it's not like a long apology, which I kind of appreciate, actually.
Hope you have a lovely day, whatever you're doing.
And he ends it by saying he hopes you have a lovely day. So let's look at the criteria. Context of the crime. Alfie Deyes did something that, honestly, on this list, I think personally, and I've done a video about it, might be the least in terms of everyone on the list. He might have had like the easiest. He did something that was insensitive, but I think it's pretty sincere and genuine to see that this man doesn't have any malice. He's just not able to understand why things are insensitive because he doesn't know what poor is. So he's got a lot of privilege. Being ignorant doesn't always make you intentfully hurtful. I think I'll give him a 6 for that. Maybe a 5. I'll be nice. The actual apology was kind of straight to the point, and besides the last part, I think everything else was good. Short, sweet. He took responsibility. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Humor. Honestly, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10 because I just find him really funny. And I know this, I'm probably not supposed to say this, but there's a book on the side that says The Brutal Simplicity of Thought, and I think he has trouble reading stuff like that. So I'm gonna give him an 8 for this. I find him funny. Effort was a 9 as well. He did come out shortly after. He left the video up even though he deleted the other one, and I'm going to just put it on good faith that he actually did donate some of the revenue or all of the revenue. I hope that he did because he said he did. I want to believe him on his word, and if that's the case, then at least he did something about what he did. And a lot of YouTubers who did the $1 challenge or did insensitive things probably didn't do something about it, so okay, fair. And special miscellaneous. Alfie is special, so he gets a 10. What is it? 10, 19, 40. God, I'm so bad at counting. Yeah, okay, Alfie gets an A. I think that's a 40. He did a good apology. I think that what he did especially wasn't that bad, and considering he hasn't really had that many things since or prior, honestly, I mean, compared to what we've seen OG YouTubers do, he's not the worst. So, good job, Alfie. Moving on, his wife, Zoella.
My dream has been to anger, upset, or disappoint anyone because that is my intention.
Zoella released an advent calendar that costs £50, which is $100 to most people, featuring basic stuff like confetti.
It's a bag of fucking confetti, mate. She's taking the pic of me.
And a pen.
No, a pen!
She apologized for the price, removed herself from responsibility, but kept selling it afterwards. So Zoella's apology video is longer. She starts off by explaining that she does care and then proceeds to pretty much prove why she doesn't.
Editing this vlog that you have just watched, and I thought I would put this little bit in at the end because there has been some upset, disappointed people in the Zoella Lifestyle Advent Calendar, more specifically the price of the calendar. And I didn't want to not address it because I want you guys to know I do care about how you feel about things.
Basically, 50 pounds from people who are not in the UK is like double for a lot of people. Paying $100 for like a pen and other things, I don't know, man, that's a lot. But she went on to say things like she spent a year trying to figure out things, and let's take a look at the advent calendar real soon because I think the items there will tell you all you need to know.
And the last thing I want to do is anger, upset, or disappoint anyone because that is not my intention. The calendar is something I've worked on for a year. I love the product. I am all about the creativity.
She worked on it for a year. Confetti. She worked on that for a year. One second. She worked on that for a year. She worked on it for a year. Confetti. That was like 10 seconds.
A design to a product. The retailer can decide how much they sell that for. That's completely out of my decision making. I don't have the right to make those decisions.
God, if you don't have the right to make them, who does? This is your product. That sucks. I feel like that should be illegal, and I think it is because I don't know many people who, you know, say things like, I don't get to decide the price, but I'll tell you what, if you didn't like it, why didn't you go to someone whose price point was better for your fans? Seems like an oversight. At least your boneheaded husband actually apologized straight up.
It makes me so sad that anyone would think that that was my intention.
Oh, I thought it made her sad that the product made her sad that people think that she's a bad person. Makes me so sad that people think that I'm evil and want money. You should just know that.
Because that is 100% not my intention. My intention was to make a product that I thought you guys would love, which I still think is a product that I think you would love. It's just been completely ruined by a decision that I didn't make. These things take years to get right.
Pen take you to write? Pen don't take you to write. Pen right now. What? Pen right.
So I'm really sorry that so many of you felt so let down by this product. I really hope that this kind of clears that up for you. There's no point me rattling on about that.
Oh, she went into the position. This is another great tactic. Going to the shell position. And she's like, ooh, did I do that? She's like, Urkel, but white. It's crazy. I don't know why she's holding on to this, but it seems like, oh, I'm sorry that I did this, guys, position.
I'm not here to justify myself as a person because you either know me or you don't, and...
God, I just sat down. What the hell? I'm not going to justify myself as a person because you either know me or you don't. What the hell? I thought you were apologizing to us. I'm not going to say sorry. You either buy the shit or you don't. I worked on a year to make something like a pen. No, I didn't invent the pen. I just put it in a calendar. Nobody's ever done that. 50 pounds, please. Alfie is broke. This motherfucker only spend £1 a day.
This is just a rubbish situation that hopefully a lot of people can learn from. We'll see you again very soon. Bye.
A lot of people can... Damn. I never thought I'd get roped into this apology. I was just watching it. Now it's like... Stop questioning her character, still buy the pen, confetti, advent calendar. She didn't even, like, stop selling it. That's the funniest part. Like, she didn't... Imagine saying sorry for, like, Shane saying sorry for doing blackface and then continues doing it. That's essentially not even an apology at this point. Let's go over it. Context of the crime. She basically ripped people off, which is almost the opposite of Alfie, which I find funny. I'm going to give that a 6. I think it's really, like, in the terms of YouTubers just trying to squeeze money out of their fans. I don't understand why they keep doing it, but she's doing it. Actual apology. Fat 0. It seemed more like I needed to apologize for even questioning her character. I'm like 7 years too late for the calendar, and I still feel like I need to DM her and say sorry. Humor. I guess it is pretty funny that she said she took a year to build a pen. She didn't even say build it. She said design it. Did she design a pen? No, of course not. But wow, she took 1 year, 12 months, 365 days to come up with maybe we'll put a pen in there. 365 days, she was just waking up like, fuck, let me write down my ideas. And on the 365th day, she's like, oh shit, yeah, this is the thing, obviously. I give that a 6. Effort. Again, 0. This is like really bad effort. Apology, blaming fans, not actually doing anything after. Boots actually had it on sale for, I think they said maybe something like 12, 13 pounds. So it just shows how little value the actual products had, that they can still make a profit at that margin. We're up to 12 and we have one more category. And special / miscellaneous. I guess she was wearing a Where's Waldo looking outfit. That's, I don't know. If she said, you can't find me, that would have been funny. It didn't happen, so I'm just imagining things. It was so boring, I'll give it a 1. If you put that all together, you get 13, which is a big fat fail. So, Zoella goes on the F list. Aftermath. She is now Family Channel. And since watching her apology, I am now a fan of Alfie. And I didn't like him before.
Woke up to this, man. The front page of Twitter talking about Jake Paul and RiceGum under fire for promoting gambling site to kids. I don't even think it's a big deal.
RiceGum got called out for promoting a scam gambling site to minors, his fans. His response was one of the greatest, worst, tragic moments I've ever seen, in which he essentially blamed other YouTubers, directly showing examples, also calling out other YouTuber on this list, TMartin, specifically saying what he did was worse, and then giving out expired Amazon gift cards, then moving on. You know what? I actually miss these days of YouTube. When I woke up, I'd watch him and feel better about myself. I don't understand why there's police lights in the background of his house. There's always like some sort of murder. But yes, so he had allegedly scammed his fans, which he didn't even know he did. That's how stupid he is. Just...
How is everybody doing? I woke up to this, man. The front page of Twitter talking about Jake Paul and RiceGum under fire for promoting gambling site to kids.
So at the time, Jake Paul and RiceGum had mistakenly promoted a site that promotes gambling to kids. And because of the money, the YouTube ego, they took that money. But this is special.
Like, I don't even want to be associated with this guy, but I just need to clear this up because I don't even think it's a big deal.
This is a lot to unpack. First of all, he's like, I don't want to be associated with Jake Paul. Then proceeds to have a rap beef with him, so they'll always be associated. Secondly, he says, I don't even think it's a big deal when referencing like child gambling. This is very funny to me. Just like dismissing. I don't even get the issue. What? Jake Paul does it all the time. Why can't I do it? Because I'm Asian? Huh? Use that card, Rice.
So the other day I posted a video where I was promoting this website. Basically my management just came to me and was like, yo, Rice, here's this deal. Promote the app or whatever, you get paid, right? Keemstar actually tweeted saying, first big story of 2019, Jake Paul, RiceGum gambling, blah, blah, blah. But at the bottom he said I was offered $100K to do the same thing and almost took the cash but didn't, so I can't go that hard on them. So apparently they only offered Keemstar $100K. So my numbers are higher. So imagine how much they offered me, right?
How can you hate this man? He took time in his apology video to shit on Keemstar for no reason. He just took time to flex on how much money he makes in an apology video where he's scamming people. That's gangster. I don't think people understand. I don't even think he knows how funny he is. They should just give him a mic on Netflix and film him and then afterwards tell him it was a comedy special, but he thought it was a documentary. This dude's hilarious without trying. Let's see who else goes down.
And then just out of nowhere, all these random ass YouTubers out of nowhere come out dropping exposed videos, calling me out for doing this, doing that, about the whole gambling thing. This, gambling thing is the current, topic of discussion right now. It's like a big deal, but it's just like, there's this YouTuber named Reaction Time. He actually has more subscribers than me. I don't know how, because he's not cooler than me.
There's so much that's going on here. RiceGum then proceeds to specifically call out other people who are bigger than him while also saying they shouldn't be bigger than him. The amount of flexing and then non-flexing is just, it's hard to wrap your mind around a RiceGum video and how it was made.
But anyways, he made the same type of video, like 3 months ago. No one said anything. It wasn't a problem back then. I actually saw some people compare what I did to the CSGO gambling thing. I'm just like, what is not even close? I don't know if you guys heard about that.
And then, just to make matters even worse, this is the special part, as if he hasn't specifically snitched on other people, he then names someone called TMartin, who, oddly enough, is on this list for another scam thing that happened, which got more attention. And then, not only does he just like throw it to the side, he fully talks about it and exposes this guy on his own apology video. Gangsta. That's like Shane being like, yes, I did blackface, but have you seen Laura Lee's tweets?
The CSGO gambling thing, there was these two YouTubers, TMartin and Syndicate, right, or whatever, and they were like promoting this gambling app. In the video, they were unboxing all these crazy things that cost a lot of money. Come to find out, those two guys own like the gambling site. Like, it's true, I'm an asshole. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I can't really do much because I already did it. The damage has been done.
Well, I guess he admitted it, so everyone wins. The amount of music that got played, by the way, whenever it's sad, they play overdramatic sad music. They at one point played the Undertaker theme music. It's just a lot going on in a RiceGum video while nothing's going on.
I already saw a money hungry side of me, and it is what it is, and there's nothing I can really do but say sorry and give you these Amazon gift cards.
It is what it is, and he ends the video by doing the best thing I think I've ever seen in any apology, bar none. He hands out gift cards from Amazon. All of them are expired, by the way. None of this shit actually counts. And throwing money at the problem when the problem was you stealing money is very funny to me.
So, I'm sorry, it just wouldn't happen again. Amazon codes, $10 to $20, just a little giveaway. It's the least I can do after, you know, this, you know. Let's have a good year? Yeah? No? Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doing blackface. Here's a $10 Amazon gift card. Here, here's some credit. Put this up. Yep. Sorry. Sorry for being mean. Sorry for these bad tweets. I'm sorry for taking your money. I'm sorry. Egomaniac. Just take it. Just take it. Context, I'm gonna give it a 7 because he thought to himself this wasn't a big deal and he even said it in the video, which is, I should be giving him an 8 actually. I'm gonna give him an 8. He just, it wasn't as bad, but when you say stuff like, I don't even think it's a big deal, when you have to make a video apologizing for it, that's a level 8. The actual apology is a 10. He called himself an asshole. He called out Keemstar, Jake Paul for no reason. Reaction time. He just exposed he just snitched on everyone. It was a 4-minute video. It included a lot of sound effects. He also was wearing his own merch during it, which is the first and only time I've ever seen an apology video that had the person's own merch in it. That's a 10. Humor is like, if I could, I actually want to give it a 12 out of 10, just for exceptionally stupid it is to do all of the stuff he does. And again, never seen someone flex on a video talking about how much money they could be making when it's a video about how much money he's taking from other people. So, effort. 8. Like I said, the sound effects are pretty good. There's a lot of music there. And the special thing, of course, has to be the end in which someone gives out gift codes to say sorry. Imagine being a kid and actually typing it in and then saying error, invalid, or thinking that you were the first person to see this video and then get those gift codes. That's tricking your kids by scamming them at the end of the video when you're apologizing for scamming them at the start of the video. That's a 10. So he scored a perfect 50 because I gave him a 12. He's on the S tier. I would honestly like to give him another tier like R tier, and it doesn't stand for RiceGum. But I can't, so I'm just gonna put him right at the top. RiceGum, you got an S tier. Aftermath, I have no idea, but I'm willing to rap battle him to come back to YouTube.
It's been quite the year. I don't know if you've noticed. It doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel like necessarily a bad thing.
PewDiePie, the actual OG. The most popular YouTuber in the world at the time was on a live stream and proceeded to have a gamer moment, calling his opposition the N-word.
What a fucking...
He apologized the next day, taking accountability. Next up on the tier list is PewDiePie. Yes, that's right, PewDiePie.
Hello, I wanted to make a statement on what I said in my previous live stream. You probably won't believe me when I say this, but whenever I go online and I hear other players use the same kind of language that I did, I always find it extremely immature and stupid, and I hate how I now personally fed into that part of gaming as well. It was something that I said in the heat of the moment. I said the worst word I could possibly think of.
Yeah, like he didn't even say the A at the end. He hit the hard R. Sorry, dudes, carry on.
And it just sort of slipped out. And I'm not going to make any excuses to why it did, because there are no excuses for it. I'm disappointed in myself because it seems like I've learned nothing from all these past controversies. And it's not that I think I can say or do whatever I want and get away with it. That's not it at all. I'm just an idiot. But that doesn't make what I said or how I said it okay. It was not okay. I'm really sorry if I offended, hurt, or disappointed anyone with all of this. Being in the position I am, I should know better.
So PewDiePie comes out saying hello. He doesn't do anything that he normally does with the video. I think he made a video a day later, so it wasn't like anyone had urged him to do it. I'm not sure what the perceived backlash was, but the video is sub 2 minutes. Like, it's not a very long video. He doesn't waste time explaining what he does. To his credit, doesn't really deflect or say anything or blame it on a gamer moment, which is what most people had called it. He ends by saying he is a role model to a lot of people, and it just can't happen.
I know I can't keep messing up like this. And I owe it to my audience and to myself to do better than this, because I know I'm better than this. I really want to improve myself and better myself, not just for me, but for anyone that looks up to me or anyone that's influenced by me. And that's how I want to move forward away from this. That's all I had to say. Thank you for watching. Bye.
So, context, saying that word in a gaming stream, probably not the first time you've heard it before. If you're a gamer, if you've raged, whether you're the color or not, some people say it anyway. It's not right to say at any time, so it shouldn't be. I'm gonna give that a 7. The actual apology was short, sweet, to the point, and he said he needed to do better. To his credit, of course, he hasn't said anything like that. He's gone on to just do his normal stuff. I think it's like as good an apology as you can get. It's short and addresses the situation, doesn't pull any light away from it, doesn't deflect or make any excuses, and just moves on. So that's a 10. Humor, while his apology is not humorous, the fact that he said it with impunity, like the hot R and everything, that is, I don't know, I'd never heard that one come out. I'd never seen the video before yesterday, to be honest with you. And when I heard it, I almost spit. I looked at one of the comments and they said the enunciation is perfect. This is bad. I guess the humor is 8 just for the... I would have given it a 10 if he said it with the A at the end. Like, that would have been like, oh man, my N-word. I would be like, okay. Effort. Because it came out the day after and it addressed everything and wasn't shying away from everything, I think the effort was there. He did address everything in that short amount of time. Just because it's not a long apology video, like I said, I think when you're short, sweet, and to the point, you know what you did wrong, you know how you can improve. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think that is pretty good. I don't know what I'm up to in the count. And special miscellaneous. I think this is important to know. I was thinking about it yesterday and I was like, oh, okay. Might be the only person I've ever seen on YouTube get a one-time hot R pass free. Nobody seemed to give him any shit for it. And I was wondering why that was. And I think the best example I could come up with is like that of Justin Bieber. When you grow up in the spotlight, everybody had seen him for like 10 plus years at that time, 15 years on YouTube, growing up with him. He was a gamer, this, that. He grew up in a space where the times actually changed with the people. So when you started YouTube, you were doing edgy stuff, and to his credit, he didn't do some of the stuff other people on this list did, and he did mess up. And I think that when you're in the spotlight for so long, sometimes it's almost impossible not to catch you on an off day. So it's not like you can excuse what happened, but like if you're streaming every single day, if you're putting up a video every single day, you're going to do something that someone's not going to agree with. So I think that's a special thing to note, and on that we can give it like a 10 just for the context. So if you add that all together, yeah, so I think, I'm hoping I did the math right on this, but it's a 44. So he misses by 1 point on the S tier, but he gets an A tier. That's pretty damn good for a person who said a word that is pretty damn bad, all things considered. But good luck, bro. I mean, maybe you'll make it one day. Aftermath. He remains the only person in YouTube history to receive a single hard R N-word pass with no damage done.
Okay guys, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brooke here today. For this video, I wanted to intentionally, maliciously hurt an animal, and I never will.
Brooke Houts. Brooke snitched on herself when she uploaded a video of her abusing her dog when trying to upload another video instead. With intense backlash, she recorded a weird apology video that never seemed to stay on topic. Next up, we have Brooke Houts. I've done a video on her. She was actually one of the first videos that I did do on YouTube, and man, revisiting this is a trip.
First, I want to start this video by saying thank you.
You're welcome. What the hell kind of apology video? What? You put the smackdown on your own dog. What are you saying thank you for? Huh?
I want to say thank you to anyone who has reached out about this topic or engaged in this discussion, because I think as a society, it is so important that we continue to talk about things we feel need to be talked about.
All right, Martin Luther King, calm down. Jesus Christ, she just said a whole bunch of nothing. I think as a society, we should talk about things that need to be talked about. There's nothing to talk about. Pretty plain, cut, and simple. She mistakenly uploaded her doing WWE finishers on her dog for no reason. She's not even saying what it is, so if you came here confused, you wouldn't know what the issue is. But saying things like we should talk about things that need to be talked about doesn't help anyone.
And discuss issues we feel need to be discussed.
We should drink things that need to be drank and eat things that need to be eaten. I'm Brooke Houts, I'm running for president, and I'm also running away from lots of people.
And I also want to apologize to anyone who was offended.
That's funny. I want to apologize if you bitches were offended. This is my dog. This is my house. And in my house, nobody gets outside without a finishing move.
I'm not going to sit here and try to justify my actions, but what I will say is I have never...
Whenever anyone in YouTube apologies say they're not going to try and justify something, they're going to justify something immediately. It's so great because you know what's coming next. For them, it's almost like the title of a chapter. I'm not going to do this. And then they do whatever it is they were not supposed to, they do.
Intentionally, maliciously hurt an animal, and I never will. What I have done, however, is I've taken this time, this past month or so, to further educate myself in animal training and in animals in general.
There you go. There you go. She now knows animals in general. She didn't know about that before. She's educating herself. She's reading books, going to zoos, being like, dog? Nope, that's an elephant, you dumb, what the fuck? Think it's different things? I'm sorry, but like educating yourself in animals after like, you should know not to do that to a pet. That's a pet, man. It's actually too silly to even like engage in a conversation because you don't need to go take training to learn not to do that. That's ridiculous.
I'm now a volunteer at a local animal welfare organization. And
this is hilarious. This is so, I can see why I did a video on this. Imagine she did the crime and then went to the place where she did the crime and now walking there. What? What are you doing? If you go to jail, it's not like you're like, I'm also the security guard. Like, this is not a thing.
So I'm really happy and excited about that. This might sound kind of weird, but I just want to encourage you that if you see me in public, I want you to come up to me, and I would love for you to get to know me.
Get to know her. This is what transpired. I mistakenly uploaded a video of me deciding to, use every tag team maneuver on my dog. Then I walk outside and you greet me and we both go to the zoo where I can point at giraffes because I don't know what animals are.
For anyone who's going to ask if this video happens to get monetized, which I don't think it will, but in the off chance that it does get monetized, all proceeds are going to go to a local animal welfare organization.
She ends the video by saying, if the video is monetized, as if she can't control it. It's your YouTube channel. Of course you can control it. I don't know how YouTubers pretend sometimes that their audience is so stupid. I don't know how money works on YouTube. Sometimes I just look in my money box. Brooke Houts. Context of the crime. I think everyone can agree that's a 10. Do not do that to animals. Like, this is not, they're beautiful, loving, I just want to hug dogs. Humor, like RiceGum, I think this should be a 12 out of 10 because saying things like, I'm taking a month off to learn about animals, and it implies that you went on a safari and you're like, holy shit, that's a dragon. That's an airport. I keep getting this shit wrong. It's just very funny to say the phrase, I took a month off to learn about animals. This has nothing, that statement shouldn't be said by anyone over the age of 2. Effort that's a 0. I don't think she put in effort here. She's sitting on a beanbag. She's, as you all know, by the way, in a proper apology video, which is the video that I am doing in the next video, you're not supposed to sit on the thing. You sit below it. Like Trisha Paytas or Colleen Ballinger, whenever you have a bed or something that's meant to be sat on, you sat next to it. I don't know why, but it's a YouTube thing. If you're sitting on it, you're not doing it right. The actual apology, I mean, 5. She's learning about animals, donating if the video is monetized. And special, miscellaneous. I can't really give that much more than a 2, I guess. Trying to defend it or dancing around the issue and then saying thank you, and also the words people need to talk about important issues. That's pretty special, but it's not that special, so. Yeah, okay, so she's gonna go on the D, C tier. I think I'm gonna put her on a D, actually, because she's not good enough to be on the C tier. One of the first people I did a video on, and I can absolutely see why. Aftermath. Her channel got deleted and she now lives in a dog kennel. I don't know, I just made that up.
How do you know it is not the same guy? Listen, if this dude was coming back to the streaming world after being caught for being a fucking pedophile, he might think, oh, what if they find out about my past? I know what I'll do. I'll get a fake ID.
Is that's not John. That's a gentleman named Tony. And when we reported this video, a bunch of you went over and harassed this guy. I feel horrible.
Keemstar. Keemstar. Where do I begin? For this apology, let's focus on the time he accused a 62-year-old Twitch streamer of being a. Of course, it was a completely different man, and once the streamer found out, he cried on stream. Keem's response was very hostile towards the man and fans.
What is up?
You know that voice is Keemstar. It's drama alert. Yes, I mean, I could have picked any number of things for him, but I had to go with this one.
No intro. I can't do the intro. Earlier today, I was so proud of Drama Alert. I feel horrible. I take pride in this show.
Do you? Why? What? Why would you? Huh? It's like TMZ for people who don't want it.
I have people that work with me on this show. And earlier today, someone on my news team provided me with a story that I thought was vetted, that I thought was correct.
That's how people do news. I thought this was good. I thought this was news. I didn't check because why would I? What? I just do the news. I don't check it, bitch. It's pretty much Keemstar. Drama alert, dedicated to making up stories about every YouTuber at any given time. Keemstar. He's also said every word on this list, and that's how bad this apology is that I didn't even have time for the other ones.
And it wasn't. We reported a story that this Massachusetts man, John Phillips, that he married in an online game in RudeScape back in 2011. Now, the problem with this is that that's not John. That's a gentleman named Tony. And when we reported this video, a bunch of you went over and harassed this guy.
Oh shit, way to blame your audience. Why'd you say the story, bro? Imagine saying like a story that's not true and then being like, now my stupid fans actually went and did something about it. You have toxic fans because you created a toxic base. They just did what you inspired them to do, Keem.
Called him names. You name it.
Can you stop saying the names, bro? What are you re-saying them for? They called him things like old and decrepit. They said he's level 86 on RuneScape. He was level 88. My fans have nuanced perception, okay? Why?
I went into the Skype chat with my news team, went through, questioned the guy that get me the news, and asked him, how did you vet this? How did you confirm any of this?
Yes, like any good news source. Once the news is done, you ask if it's valid. This is like guessing the weather and then going outside to check if you're right.
And he said him and another person on my news team sat there for hours looking at the faces and identified who was who and that it was the right guy. And I fucking lost it.
I would lose it too if that's how you vet things. God, can you imagine like someone doing a news report and being like, that's the guy. How'd you look? And then he looks at him for hours? Is that really a good way to do news? You just guess for hours until you get it right? Keem, this is on brand with your actual channel. Never mind. Actually, go on.
We came out a full 3 hours before anyone made a video talking about this. This innocent guy that had nothing to do with anything. And I want to fix it. I want to apologize. I want to talk to this guy, Tony. I'm sorry. And Tony, if you're watching, we're going to make this right with you, no matter what we have to do.
You know what? I got to give it to Keemstar. That was a pretty good apology. Like, he even ends it by saying, I'm going to make it up to you, and I'll do anything. And, man, I got to say, I'm wrong about Keemstar. Except I'm not, because I got to show you the video that he posted years after, just so that we have the full context in the situation. This is him talking about the same guy.
Here's the other fucking thing that you do. I fucking falsely accuse you of being a 6 years ago, and for 6 years, anytime someone comes into your chat and trolls you, you say Keemstar fans. You want to manipulate the audience to think that you're constantly being attacked from Keemstar from 2015, because that's your identity. Your whole identity is being the victim of Keemstar. You're fucking gross. You're fucking pathetic. You're a fucking dirty, manipulative old man. Stop being a little bitch.
There it is, 6 years later. Same dude. He calls him a dirty old man. Not even just an old man. A dirty old man. Damn. Keemstar sure does flip-flop like a fish, huh? This dude said he'd do anything to make it right 6 years later. You dirty old pathetic old man. You're not level 99 like your character on RuneScape. Fight me. I'm a garden gnome. Fight me. I thought that was really important to show for the context. I mean, this is a 10. Accusing someone of that and getting it wrong when you're a big YouTube channel that focuses on drama? Wow. Humor? Every time I do this is a 12 out of 10. This is a 12 out of 10. We're going past it because Keemstar, when you put those two videos together and you get I'll do anything to make it up to you, and in the second video you're a dirty old man, that's some peak comedy there. Keemstar also taking 10 seconds out of his apology to say how proud he is of Drama Alert, followed by how bad the news is that he actually ruined a dude's life, is unironic. That is just comedy that he doesn't know how to access. So that's a 12. Effort. This is where Keem falls short. Gosh. I think that he tried to get in contact with the dude, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go for a 6 here. He even said he's not doing an intro as if that was like some sort of like, oh, okay, now we know that you really mean it. But can you imagine if he was like, let's get right into the news. I'm sorry for calling an old man something that might have ruined his career. Keemstar in trouble? Let's find out. The actual apology, I'm gonna have to give that a 6 as well. I mean, for Keemstar, it's probably a 10, but in general human life, it's a 6 because he does throw two other people under the bus on his channel, refuses to really take blame, or throws his fans under the bus for saying things while not taking accountability. But in Keemstar's world, this is the best he can do. So, and special, I'm gonna give this a 9. A 9 for special, because 6 years later, calling the person who you sincerely apologized to a dirty old man and saying all of this stuff to him, call him gross after what you did, I think only Keemstar can make sure that that's a right move in his head. So that's special. And with that, he scores a 43, which puts him on the A tier list. Fantastic. Fan-friggin-tastic. Good work, Keemstar. As usual, Keemstar also promised to retire, and he got my hopes up for nothing. Aftermath. Unfortunately, the man passed away.
This is crazy to me. I don't even believe it. Through the initial claims that were falsely made by Mason Rizzo, I put out a video that showed evidence and was very well received because people could see the true intention.
Sienna Mae. She was accused of essaying Jack Wright, who's a TikToker, which she denied. But the way she did it was special. Her apology was an interpretive dance video. Dude, I can already tell this is a failure. Like, I actually hadn't watched this because I hadn't followed up this drama, but this is a big fat failure. I can already tell. I've never seen an apology video that has its own captions before, and it's filmed like an ad for like, are you sorry? Well, YouTube's new apology sorry system. We'll have you apologizing in no time. We'll write the apology for you. We'll film some shitty B-roll footage, and then maybe your fans will accept you back into their lives. YouTube apology system, $10.99 a month, because we know every single month you'll need to pay that bill, you apologizing motherfucker. Oh yes, have you heard about God giveth and God taketh away? Nope. Well, have you heard about B-roll doesn't save your career? Those two go hand in hand. Wow. God, she even put the word, I'm thankful for my partnerships. She's got no remorse at all. This is the most gangster apology video of all time, avoiding everything and then dancing at the end. This is Gen Z apologizing. At least the other ones sat down and were like, I am sorry. This one, you don't even know if the person is sorry. It's like, I don't know, man. I've taken a month off because I wanted to say this. You get it? I'm fucking sorry, G. That's all OJ needed to do. He would have been like, sorry for doing what I did to you. Context 10. When dealing with essay, it's really bad. Dealing with something that we should all be talking about, providing a safe space for people to exist. Yes, even on TikTok, even on any platform, guy, girl, anything, whatever you identify as, you should feel safe. Actual apology, fat 0, -5, for not even trying to address anything. -5. Humor, if I had a dark sense of humor, it would be a 10. But this is 0. This is not funny, just stupid. Effort. I'm trying to toss up between whether a dance is effort or not. And contrary to what you think, I'm gonna go -10 here, because I think this is anti-effort, because she put so much effort into the wrong thing that it actually ends up being insulting that she put it on this video. And then the special, miscellaneous, I'm gonna give her a 5 for the dance. I've seen the dance. I don't even think it's a good dance. I have dance friends, they can wash her any single day. And it's a 5. And if you balance all that out, it's a big fat 0. So she didn't even score enough to make the list technically. And if there was a list for zeros, she'd be on it. I guess she'll go in the F tier, but that's only because of a technicality. I don't even think she should make the list personally. Aftermath. She still has 13 million on TikTok, but her views aren't as high as they used to be.
We're gonna adopt from China. My child is not returnable.
Do your research and you do your research right, you could have a liquid gold mine and it could be insane. When we adopted him, he had a totally different diagnosis than what we were told.
When I heard all of the things that doctor was telling us, it kind of went in one ear and out the other.
Do I feel like a failure as a mom? Like 500%.
The Stauffer family. Myka and her generic NPC husband adopted an autistic child from China, trying to raise him, then giving him away upon realizing a child with special needs would require extra assistance, care, and attention. Their response to the backlash was to blame the orphanage for not disclosing how severe the boy's medical needs were, and said it was too tough, and the child wanted this. Myka Stauffer. Another person I did a video about, oddly enough.
So this is by far the hardest video James and I have ever publicly had to make.
Oh, okay, so here's another little tidbit that I think that I'm noticing. If you want to feel real sorry, you wear white. You're like an angel, even though you did some of the most devilish shit ever. You guys need to write this down.
But before I get into the video, I did just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the book.
Oh, okay, she's taking a page from the Laura Lee. Talk like Mickey Mouse and pretend to cry. Thank you. I really thank you.
Once Huxley came home, there was a lot more special needs that we weren't aware of.
What? My NPC dude, what did you just say? There were more special needs than we were told about a special needs boy. Nobody in human history should be saying that to people, especially if you adopt someone and you know that they have special needs. I've never heard someone say, that's special needs, but this guy, too much special needs. It's a really wrong thing to say. If that was your own child, would you be saying that? Probably not, Mr. Clean. Oh, sorry, and just by the way, you did adopt the child, so it is your child. It's not like adopted baby, grace period, 7 days, kick that baby away, that's done. Bad man.
And that we were not told. It's really hard, isn't it? I mean, we truly love him.
There's not an ounce of our body that doesn't love Huxley with all of our being. There wasn't a minute that I didn't try our hardest. Evaluations. And that's why, like, on Instagram and stuff, I've tried to, like, let you know as little as I could, but I couldn't tell you anymore because I didn't want to mess anything up. Oh, she's crying. We're supposed to feel sorry about her. And she also is like, I tried not to let you know. I tried to get away with it, but you guys found out. Someone feel sorry for me.
know deep down inside that I...
Oh, whoa, they cut the video. I didn't know if they cut the video. Them cutting the video means that they had autonomy on the video, which means she cried, looked at it back, and was like, gold! Got him. Yo, husband, watch this. Oh, I'm really just so sorry for please. I don't know where I'm laughing and when I'm crying.
I know deep down inside that I don't have to say anything. Like, I don't have to say this. I don't have to, but I want to. Like, do I feel like a failure as a mom? Like, 500%. So when you get like insidious, hurtful comments, it just like really makes it hurt worse.
Oh shit, she actually took time to say stop leaving hate comments when she gave back a child in which she adopted because the child had too many special needs. You see a problem with that, mama?
I didn't adopt a little boy to share these things publicly. 95% of the struggles we have never publicly aired, ever. Multiple people have been allowing for Huxley to spend time with some different people to see and to make the perfect match and fit for his now new forever family.
I don't think she realizes how effed up that statement is to say the words, now he's gonna be with his new forever family. The word forever insinuates that you will not need another family. If my mom woke up today and said, hey, Guy, you used to be my son, now you're Guy. Other family has you now. I would, rightfully so be like, what the F and why? Because moms usually don't give away their kids. But if you adopted him and you said too much special needs, too much work for me, give him back and then cried on a video and pretended like everything was okay, you get them. This might be the worst single thing that momfluencer channel has done.
I ask everyone that, watches this video, that supports our family, give us grace.
Bitch, I'm not giving you grace, Timothy, or any other of the kids that you might want to give away for your coupon sale, okay? You get nada, okay?
That we need during this time.
Thank you for everything, and we just really appreciate all of your support and kindness, but just please respect our privacy.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought that would, out of everything that you could say, sorry, appreciate you, I'm really sorry, I don't know what I was even thinking trying to adopt a kid I could not take care of. I feel ashamed. They ended with, please respect our privacy, okay? Absolute Pop-Tarts, these two. God. I did a video on them a long time ago and the feelings are like coming back up now. Like I think I haven't been this heated in a long time. I'm gonna calm down and let's look at the criteria. Context of crime, 15. You get 15 points, but then you minus 10 for that, for being dickheads. So it's the crime is so bad that it actually goes backwards because I don't want you to have a good apology. Do you understand? Effort, 3. They color coordinated. Lots of color coordination. Good job. Humor, 0. Nothing was funny about this. This is just a horrible situation. I think in their actual apology, they didn't really say what they did, which is horrible. So the effort, I'm gonna give a 0 to as well. I think we're sitting at 8 with 1 category left, so this couldn't possibly be too good. Special, miscellaneous. I got nothing. You guys scored an F. You got an 8 out of 50. Do better. Aftermath. The channel got deleted and all I can find are Myka Stauffer motivational cleaning videos, which shouldn't be a thing.
All right, so I'm gonna open up. Look at that. Woo! Off to a hot start, baby. Just added another $97.
I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you.
TMartin. Fans figured out that he was the owner of a gambling website that he had been promoting on his channel without disclosing it was his. His apology video seemed very gimmicky with the loud, exaggerated voice, and he blamed his fans for not realizing it was his website to begin with. He also started it with his dog Cooper, who's a golden retriever, to soften the blow. Dick move. I think it's very important to point out TMartin is the only person who decided to use his animal as a decoy for sympathy. At the start of the video, he brings out his golden retriever, Cooper, and clearly it works because it's a golden retriever. How could it not? What a dick. Not the dog.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude. All right, guys, so I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet as possible. I don't wanna take up too much of your time. But first and foremost, I do wanna say that I love you guys.
Why does TMartin talk like he's a TV show host for like a kid's show from the 90s? First off, I want to say that I love you guys. I'm really sorry that I tried to make people gamble even though they were kids. I am so sorry. Look at Cooper. He's not sorry.
You guys seriously mean the world to me. You have for the past 6 years that I've been on YouTube, and you honestly have changed my life. Like every single day, I get to wake up and chase my dreams and follow my passions.
Man, it is kind of hard to accept an apology video when the background is your double staircase and you have your fucking expensive vehicle outside of the house. The apology video is hard to hear because of how big your house is. It echoes. I can almost understand why people sit beside the bed. They want to seem like they're so bad they don't even get to sit on comfortable things.
And that's all been made possible by you guys. So thank you guys. Now, my connection to CSGO Lotto has been a matter of public record. However, I do feel like I owe you guys an apology.
He's actually the, let's say, Ronald McDonald being like, holy shit, this is a good fucking burger. And you just see a clown sitting by a burger thing. And he was like, no, try this. I have no affiliation with this, but it's also gambling for kids. That's the problem. It's very bad. I don't know why YouTube has ever allowed them on the platform to do such things. But anytime there's stuff with like kids involved, I just feel like we should be policing this way better.
I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you. All this section states is that we do not knowingly record information of children under the age of 13 years old in compliance with the COPPA Act. Again, you guys seriously mean the world to me. Like,
he was basically trying to be like, I'm sorry that you stupid kids don't understand what it is to gamble. You're not allowed to unless you're 14 or over.
You've changed my life in so many ways. I'll never be able to thank you for what you all have done. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart.
He did this when he said bottom of my heart. I don't think I've ever heard or seen someone do that in an apology video. Thank you.
So thank you guys for watching. Thanks, guys.
Wow, TMartin with a 1-minute apology talking about how the COPPA Act protects him getting a lawsuit. Good work, sir. This man is manipulation as a human being. Let's add it up, honestly. The context, promoting gambling to kids and then pretending it wasn't you. That's an 8 right there. You suck. I don't know what else to say. The actual apology was a big fat 0 because he didn't address anything. He didn't say what he had done. I had to fill in the context. He just tried to prove how he wasn't wrong and then just kept saying you guys so I'd forget what he was talking about. The humor, because we had to have a you guys counter, I'm gonna give that a 2. That is the only thing funny about this video. The effort, I'm gonna give it a 3 because I think that he put a screenshot in there. That must have been really hard for him to edit. And now we have one category, special miscellaneous. Just for Cooper, I'm still gonna give Cooper an 8 because Cooper is a very cute dog and Cooper doesn't know its owner is a piece of shit. Good job, Cooper, good boy. 21 gets us a list on the C and D tier. I guess we're going with the D tier right here because he just scraped through. I wouldn't put him at a C. This is not good enough. Cooper carried that apology, and Cooper was only at the start. Aftermath. His channel remains shit.
Walks up to me and he kind of like locks his arm around me, like around my neck like this. And it wasn't like it was like a chokehold or anything. It was very like firm and like tight, like I couldn't have really gotten it out, if that makes sense. I'll explain that in a second. And so the guy looks at me and he wraps his arm around me and he looks in the camera.
There is no excuse, reason, or thing I could say to make that okay, and I want to take full accountability for that. However,
Tana Mongeau. Tana has released many apology videos for many things, but her racial comments and tweets have always been an issue. Let's take a look at her latest installment into the apology saga. Many reasons Tana Mongeau could have been on this list. In fact, Tana Mongeau seems to be one of those people that has so many apologies that she could possibly have her own list herself. I'm surprised she doesn't have a playlist on her channel that says apologies, so it was easier to find. But every year or so, she comes out with the greatest hits. I guess we're just gonna focus on one of the videos. This one is a lot of apologies, I think, all strung together. I looked at the comments, and besides the overwhelming amount of dislikes, most people don't even know what she's apologizing for. But I have found some tweets. Okay, that one's not good. Oh no. God, no, not saying any of that. That is, this sounds like she's auditioning for Django Unchained, but there's no script. Top comments. The apology is so aggressive, I feel like she's gonna punch me. And someone also said she doesn't have this many words in her vocabulary, so I'm excited to see this.
First and foremost, I want to apologize for how long this video has taken. There is no excuse, reason, or thing I could say to make that okay, and I want to take full accountability for that. However, I understand that my actions, even over the past few weeks, have not been hand in hand with accountability.
Wow, she just comes out first off, I'd like to apologize for what I've done. She sounds like a WWE presentator. I'm gonna take you and John Cena, WWE WrestleMania 25, cue the crazy music.
And that's a journey that I'm beginning with this video. I also understand with the white privilege that I possess, I have no right to ask or expect forgiveness from anyone that I have hurt with my actions. I don't deserve a platform if I continue to act in such a gaslighting and irresponsible manner, and I'm so sorry for how long I've done that. With that being said, I want to express my utter disgust.
So you're gonna see this a lot with the bigger creators. They don't even defend themselves. I think they understand. They've been on YouTube a long enough time to know that if they just say everything that people are thinking, I'm disgusted with myself, so inappropriate that I did this, I don't even know how I deserve a platform. So she's just going and using the method to be like, yeah, I don't know how I deserve a career. I said everything wrong. I'm really bad. I should just never have done this. And she does this for a near 20 minutes. I had to cut it down.
With every single apology video I've ever made. It is far past the time I needed to own up to my behavior and take 100% accountability for my actions. And if I had wanted people to see that I'd truly grown.
Oh my God, did you see? She lent in. They have cue cards or something. She was like, if I had wanted to be not rangist. What the hell's rangist? Oh, racist. Sorry, can we cut that? The apology video? Take 8,000?
You'd think that my actions would have been in unison with that thought before this moment. I want you to know I'm aware of that, and I am so sorry for how much of a coward I have acted like. One thing I've learned over this time is the undeniable responsibility that goes hand in hand with a platform of this size.
Oh, you know she don't have those words in her vocabulary. I cannot believe she's writing a ChatGPT response. Do you know what this apology video sounds like? It sounds like that episode of Friends where Joey had to write a resume for Chandler and Monica. He had to sound really smart, so he put every word through the thesaurus, and it came out with something that doesn't sound like English, but more like Old English, Victorian era. This is what that sounds like. Tana doesn't speak like that.
I am so sorry for ever thinking I could possess all that I have without acknowledging the extreme responsibility. I don't want to come back to this platform until I am someone that can shape the youth in far better ways than the things I watched growing up. I now realize that the content I put out into the world and who I am has the ability to aid in either positively or negatively shaping this generation. Next, I want to apologize for—
God, okay. Martin Scooter King, back at it again. I mean, she's also doing the other thing that Myka Stauffer did. Looks like below a bed, and she's wearing all white, everything white, angelic. We're supposed to feel sorry for her. The only thing not white is her face, which she decided to tan very much for some reason. Don't know.
Every single one of my past tweets. They were incredibly prejudiced, racist, homophobic, and unfunny. But how could I expect anyone to forgive me in general if my apology wasn't even a sufficient apology?
Are you asking questions in an apology video? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Is this like a special? But how can I do that if I'm racist?
I selfishly decided time and time again I did not need education, and for that, I am so sorry for that. Had a person of color done 1/10 of the antics I had done in my career, they would not have gotten to act with such privilege in the ways that I did. When I first started reading about microaggression—
Oh, okay, so now she's giving us an analogy of microtransgression. I've been meaning to learn on that. I had no idea about the gaming community, but no, not the gaming community, just racial one again.
I came across an analogy, and the analogy was that there was an empty plane and 2 African Americans got on the plane and they sat in the 4th row. 2 Caucasian men and—
As they all do, color coding. Thank you, Tana. 2 black males sit that side and 2 Caucasians. Is this a joke? Is this 2 men walk into a bar joke? What is this?
And they sit in the 1st row of the plane. The plane fills up entirely except for some seats in the back. Before the plane is about to take off, the stewardess realizes that the weight is distributed unevenly and asks the African American men that sat down first to move to the back of the plane. Seeing as they sat down first, it is entirely microaggressive.
I have so many questions. She said that everyone besides 2 people got on the plane. Then she said the stewardess, before the plane took off, realized The plane was not evenly distributed. What kind of a stewardess knows how to balance a plane? God damn it, that is the most overqualified stewardess I've ever seen in my life. So she apparently asked 2 people to move from the 4th row to the last row. Apparently that's gonna balance the plane. I didn't know planes were made that if you didn't have 2 people on the plane, it couldn't take off properly. She's flying that new sort of plane that everybody has to be equal color, race, and ethnicity. It's called the equality plane.
To choose them to have their seats demoted. Even at the same time, I fully understand the people that have stopped their journey with me or are stopping here.
Oh, okay, that was the story. That's how microaggressive whatever works. If you go into a plane and they ask people to sit into the back because it's not balanced so they can't take off and they're black people, then it's a problem.
But for me, this is just a new chapter of my journey with myself and becoming a better person. I still have to look in the mirror and I want to see someone I'm proud of looking back at me. This is my last apology video ever.
That's a gangster thing to say. This will be the last time. This is the last apology video. I know if you go down below, you'll see like 50 others. It's actually one of the biggest series on YouTube. But this is, I'm done. Like, there's no more seasons. It's getting old. I'm just feeling like kind of worn out.
I'm starting this chapter by donating to the charities that are listed on the screen and linked below, going out and registering to vote, and voting for Joe Biden. From this point on, I will be using my voice to urge each and every one of you watching and following me to join me in voting to get Trump out of office.
What the fuck? How does this have anything to do with your apology? What? God damn, she just started off with like, I'm sorry, I keep saying the N-word. But Trump, that guy sucks. Pushing your politics on the people out of it, wow. It's a lot coming.
The things that he is doing every single day are so incredibly inhumane, and I want to use my voice and platform to let every single one of you know that if you are watching this, that you have a choice to help our future be better, and I want to start by doing that. Thank you for watching.
So she wants to help and make her future better, and I looked at her most recent video and it starts within the first 5 seconds of her kissing some person slapping her, and then she spits in his mouth or her mouth. That's true, you can look it up, I had to. So now that we've had this positive change, I think everything is good in the world. Thanks, Tana. Oh, this is gonna be good. Context of crime. 10. Because, God, I mean, I only took account the one thing she did. She's done everything. And then some. I think she's like, we're similar in age. Actual apology, I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1. She did every now and again say something that I thought, oh, whether she believes it or not is relevant, but she did at one point say, like, if it was a person of color, they wouldn't have 1/10 the opportunity, they wouldn't be able to even apologize, and I think whether she knows she's right or not, she got some of it right. Humor, the analogy was hilarious to me, so that's a 5. Effort, someone apparently counted 230 plus cuts in this 14-minute video. I don't know if that is effort or a lack of effort that she can't even remember lines. At many points, she was squinting to try and see words that she was reading off of. I don't think people process things so fast. Like, she read it like it was a rap video and she was like, I'm gonna apologize to everyone, you know, that I want to apologize to. First of all, black people, then people who are gay and people who don't have any legs. Sorry for saying that one thing about comment about you guys not walking very fast. So that's, I'm gonna give the effort a 4. And in special, I don't know. I don't think there was too much special. I guess I can give a few points to the fact that she's color coordinating with her bed. She's white. She said she was gonna donate to many charities and also told us who to vote for. And I'll give it a 3. I guess we're sitting at 23 out of 50, right? 23. 23 should be hell, I'll be nice. I'll give her a C tier. I think she should be more on a D personally, but like maybe with all her apologizing, all of that accumulated, I'll give her a C tier. I haven't heard too much from her in recent times, so things are looking up for Tana. Woo! Aftermath. She said she would do better. I don't know if this is better.
I'm gonna squirt it all over his carpet and start flipping out.
What that? I didn't do that!
Cody!
I didn't do that!
Why did you do that?
On the carpet. Get out of here! Mind your business! I didn't do that! Mom and Dad, I didn't
Oh
do
my
that!
God! You were up here too?
No!
You did it too! You both did it!
Videos are fake. They're fake. My kids love the YouTube channel.
DaddyOFive. The parents of this prank family channel began uploading videos that showed them A-ing their children. The parents' response was to say it was exaggerated, that the pranks were the kids' ideas, and that they wanted this. They released a second apology where they took more responsibility before being taken down by YouTube. Ah yes, how could I forget? DaddyOFive.
What's up, Team DO5?
Oh, you don't start an apology video with what's up. What's up, guys? I did some really bad things. Sorry for being mean to my kids, but if you subscribe, I can make some more, maybe do some more things. DaddyOFive, like already I hate the apology video because they don't even understand how cameras work. Cameras are like devilishly yellow. I don't know what the hell kind of lighting they have, but this looks like two old people trying to use a camera from the 1400s. Oh my god, bitch, she yawned. This is the only apology video I've ever seen a yawn in. What's up, guys? Oh, what's up, guys? I'm sorry for all that shit I did with the kids. Could you guys act sorry? I actually try just a little bit.
He did a great job with the interview and stuff like that. In the video, he asked me if the videos are real. The videos are fake. They're fake. They're over-exaggerated. I never really came out and said we were fake because I was scared to kill our YouTube channel. That kind of thing kills a YouTube channel.
This is like a masterclass in manipulation and like a deflection. It's ridiculous to even look at this apology video and see how this man is like, my kids love this channel. I like it. I don't know what the problem is. And he proceeds later to blame Philip DeFranco on everything as if he didn't do the bad things himself, which is just...
My kids love the YouTube channel.
And we truly appreciate the love and support that you guys, our real fans, have given us.
I'd rather lose my YouTube channel and all my revenue than lose my children.
Okay, what the hell is wrong with you, sir? Obviously, motherfucker, what? You made that sound like it was a big decision and shit. I thought about it long and hard, guys. I'd rather lose my YouTube money than my kids, because my kids make the money.
We're gonna make things right. We're gonna make things right, and I want everyone to feel comfortable and know that these kids are safe.
When Cody first came here, his ambition in life was to hold a cup and collect change on the corner. That's what he thought he was worth. Now, he wants to be an actor. The sad thing is...
You crazy dumb woman, you can't just say his ambition changed. His ambition was to hold a cup to the corner, now his ambition is to become an actor. He was a kid, mind you, okay? Jesus Christ, my ambition could have went down for all I know. I used to want to be an astronaut, now I want to hold change on the side of the street because it seems easier. This is the weirdest flex I've ever heard. Now he wants to be an actor, is he? He acts like he likes me every time. I don't know, I think he's pretty good.
The sad thing is, if we go back to court, we'll win.
Did you say the sad thing is if we go back to court, we'll win? I guess it is sad. Weird to say it, but all right, woman.
To all the people that are accusing us of being a child abuser, they got, I mean, if you feel if someone really is a child abuser, I mean, I get what their point is.
Oh, that's well said. We have that on a shirt. If someone thinks that I did, well, that's not gonna hold up in court.
I mean, Cody not going to Disney and stuff like that.
They didn't talk about not taking their child to Disneyland. They played a prank on him in which they didn't take one of their kids to Disneyland, which seems like, you know, you'd have to be like from hell to think this is funny. And then they try and defend it.
I didn't want to take him into a huge crowd and him run off and get kidnapped or something.
There you go, Disneyland, where Mickey Mouse takes your kid and fucks off. That's what Disneyland's known for. But also, this guy didn't take his one kid there, but was perfectly fine with all the other kids doing that, which seems odd to me. I didn't want him to get lost in a big crowd. What about the other kids? You just don't care about them? Okay.
I'm sorry if we hurt anybody. It would have never got this out of hand if it wasn't for that DeFranco guy. Somebody tried to run my wife off the road with the kids in the car. He's responsible for this.
Yep, Philip DeFranco is responsible for trying to run someone off the road. That's how you report news these days. You don't just report it, you make sure that you are in the news. Good work, Philip DeFranco.
Maybe I got a little carried away sometimes. Maybe the kids got a little carried away sometimes. We're still new at this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to my fans.
He's really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think we got it.
Please, stop. Please, just stop.
That's how it ends? Please just stop. You stop. I didn't do it. You did all of that. What the hell, dude? This is the only apology that ended in me feeling like I did something. I need to stop? Man, I would take Cody to Disneyland, okay? All right, let's look at these boneheads. Context of crime. This is a 10. Neglecting children, playing pranks on them, being really horrible parents, and CA. That's not right. The actual apology, 0. 0. Deflecting, not even having the foresight to record during the day when the light makes you look like a human and not like whatever this is. Blaming Philip DeFranco for some reason, and blaming your kids, 0. Humor, a 1. I don't find it too funny. I mean, I find them hilarious, but even unintentionally, they're not that funny. I guess she yawned. That's what the 1 point is for. Effort, 0. There's no effort here. This is just constantly blaming other people for their actions and trying to save their YouTube channel and their revenue. There's nothing intentful about their apology or sincere about it. It just seems like they want to save their channel. And the special miscellaneous, I guess blaming another YouTuber fully for everything that happened in your career, that's got to be worth a 1. I don't think I've seen an apology video that was like, if it wasn't for him, nobody would have known about all the bad things we were doing. It just sounds oddly hilarious that that's a thing that they went with in their apology. But I'm gonna go with that, and that gives them a solid 12 out of 50, earning them a huge spot on the F tier. F for father of 5 do better. Aftermath. The kids are not in their custody anymore, and even though both of them still create videos, nobody watches.
Then I remembered, and I realized, Shane, you can't go and say shit like that. There are repercussions, and people actually have feelings. What? Anyways.
What did you just say? Snooki? Yeah. So what do you want to do? Oh man, we got a hot one right here. We got a hot one right here. Oh, thanks, boo.
Literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen.
Shane Dawson. Shane's past videos include, but are not limited to, racist behavior, pedo comments towards his cousin and minor fans, bestiality comments. He did an original apology where he merely acknowledged his racist behavior and tried to get sympathy for being ignorant, but then made a new apology video in 2020 called Taking Accountability.
Hi. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past that I hate, that I wish I could make go away, that I try to make go away, but...
So Shane's going with a different sort of thing where he's wearing a black shirt, sitting on a non-white background, and it looks more real, I will say. He just addresses the camera and starts off pretty good. Although his allegations, woo, that's a laundry list right there.
Deleting videos or untagging my Instagram things or literally doing whatever I can to pretend like those things didn't happen. Because yes, I apologize for a lot of them, but I'm 31, almost 32. Those apologies suck. I don't know who that person is anymore. Every apology video I've ever made has been from fear.
He starts off actually saying some real stuff. Like, he's talking about how his apology videos were out of fear and they kind of suck, so he needs to do something real. And this one's called Taking Accountability. But it sort of starts trailing off after this point.
Now is very much a time of wanting people to be accountable, wanting punishment for people, and I agree. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to do this. I should have been punished for things. You can apologize, but you can't expect the other person to just forgive you. I made the decision to play stereotypes of black people, or Asian people, or Mexicans, or...
Oh my god, the list keeps going. I thought he was gonna stop at that, but it's like black people, or Asian people, Mexican people, basically anyone who I wasn't.
Or pretty much every race. I made that decision. I hate that person so much. That person was filled with sadness. I hate that person. So first, let's start with blackface.
Okay, whenever you have an apology video and you have to say the words first, let's start with blackface, and it's not a skit from The Office by Michael Scott. I cannot believe this was a real thing. First, let's start with the easiest one, blackface. Shouldn't have done it.
Blackface was something that I did a lot. Like, I did it a lot on my channel.
This genuinely, doesn't it sound like someone wrote it for a comedy sketch, but this is this guy's real life for some reason he made those decisions.
I didn't actually look into the history of it. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be black and to see this white fucking guy do blackface and the whole internet at that time being like, LOL. Something that I...
Actually, Shane brings up a point that's pretty impressive whether he wants to or not. He said at the time he'd done this crazy thing and his audience was like, yeah, I love it. This is hilarious. And it sort of like shows you how YouTube's platform was. I guess now, hopefully we could say that it's more safe in the sense that if you do something, people will let you know about it. But back then it was like, oh man, this guy's doing that. This is hilarious. Even though you shouldn't be doing that.
Something that I shouldn't even be able to get out of. I don't have hate for any race.
He even says at the end, he shouldn't be able to get out of it. And I noticed twice now in this apology, he said, I should be punished, or I feel like I should be punished more. And it's almost an insulting thing to like look at it and be like, damn, yeah, I mean, why aren't we doing more about this? But nobody seems to care. Or they did care until he came back. And once he came back, everybody just forgot about it.
Or any of that special needs. I don't have hate in my heart for anyone.
I don't have any hate for any race. Black, white, blue, green, special needs. I don't. This sounds more and more like a comedy, but his stand-up special should be called Taking Accountability. This is crazy.
Face or the normalization of saying the N-word. That's another thing. And it's not a funny word, especially for a white person to say. Me as a white person wearing a wig and playing a character and doing stereotypes and then saying the N-word is something that I should have probably lost my career for.
He did it again. I should have probably lost my career for it. Yet, not only did that not happen, he thrived, had a second rebirth of his career, made this video canceling himself, then came back. And he's still getting more views than most people. This is gangsta.
In the segment, I started talking about, figuratively murdering someone. And it was insane. So there's a clip that has been going around.
So then he moves on from he's like, okay, sorry to all the POCs out there. Sorry. Now, there was a podcast in which people asked how would I someone, and I told them in great detail how I would using someone's specific name who I don't like. He really did that, by the way.
Again, a few years ago is when it came out. And they cut out all the parts where I said, pedophilia is disgusting. And they put it together, and it made it seem like I was, talking about how it's normal. So gross, I would never say that. But also, I shouldn't have been joking about it anyways. There's also other ones too. I mean, yes. Even I saw a vlog clip of me and my cousin who was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13 at the time. And we were, I was doing the birds and the bees talk. Dumb, gross shit.
Yes. We're skipping through the timeline of Shane things. But at some point he told his cousin who was 12, he gave her the birds and the bees talk. He was a bit too explicit with a 12-year-old. Very bad. He also done lots of stuff with cats that he didn't mention over here for some reason in this 20,000-minute apology. No mention of the stuff that he talked about with animals. He then goes on to defend himself, saying his family loved it, so he thought, yeah. And hey, which family wouldn't love you going up to their minor child and then saying some really explicit stuff? Isn't that just like family?
And I remember a few years ago, I reached out to her mom, my aunt, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. This is insane. I can't believe I talked to, my cousin like that. And, she was like, oh my God, we know. It's okay. It was funny. We all thought it was funny. I'm willing to lose everything.
They thought it was funny. Family thought it was funny. Love when you say some inappropriate stuff to my kids. Uncle Shane, he's that uncle that we all find really funny. That's why we have child locks in our house. It's not for the children, it's so Shane can't get to them.
And I know a lot of people were saying that, well, why did you say you're leaving the beauty community? You were never in it. And you're right. I don't know why I said that. I think I get attached to people who have a heart, and maybe it's covered in a lot of stuff and maybe they have a lot of issues, but I almost feel like I am attracted to other broken people.
At the end, he just shows that he's an empath, because Shane is famous for coining the term empath, which is when you have empathy. I guess if you're an empathetic person, then that doesn't count. You need to be an empath. So he's just explaining people who also have feelings, he's connected to them in some way. And that's why he likes destroying their feelings.
And I promise that whatever I do next will be putting good into the world.
So he puts good into the world by doing more Jeffree Star videos and haunting videos. Just basically the same stuff he was doing all before. No repercussions whatsoever. Let's go on to the board and look at this apology. Context of the crime, I think we can give it 12 to because of all the stuff he's done. He's decorated in that. I'm giving him a 15 out of 10 actually. Actual apology, I'm gonna give a 5 to because I think that he didn't really earn the right to, like, that wasn't really bad, but he didn't stray away from some of the stuff that he did. He did, oddly enough, not talk about animals in the least, but he did say something, although it was way too late. And I think the apology was only done because D'Angelo Wallace made that whole video on him. Humor? That's a 10. Just the way that he said it, if you had the office zooms on his face when he did it, it would be a damn comedy. So, I mean, he's hitting a perfect game, 30 for 30 right now. Effort, unfortunately, falls on this category. I'm gonna have to give this a 3. I know he's dressing in a black shirt. He's not doing the effort like other people. White shirt, sitting beside something. I think he's sitting on something. He does talk a lot and say that he'll make it better, but doesn't proceed to. So it's a lot of empty promises. Special, miscellaneous. I don't really think there's too much special going on with this. I think the only miscellaneous thing that I'd like to say is that I'll give him a 5 based on the fact that this dude constantly talked about how his career should be over and then proceeded to have one. And I think that's just an important conversation to bring up. And I feel like there's a pattern here that maybe a lot of people can notice. But all said, that's a 38 out of 50, which does not put him in the A category, but he does earn a spot on our B list. Good work, Shane. Be better. Aftermath. Nothing. In fact, people were happy to see him back. Too big to fail. Am I right?
I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there. I gotta say, this is top 5 craziest things I've ever experienced in my life. One piece of advice, okay? Listen closely. Don't go over there.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Logan Paul. Logan filmed a video in Japan's for us, which included showing a dead body at the height of his popularity of vlogging every day in 2017. He uploaded a simple apology video in which he apologizes for a very short amount of time, and then shortly after with his career, he got back to vlogging. Probably the most recognized apology on this list is one by Logan Paul, who said so sorry after, you know, what I just said. It's a short apology, and I think it sets up the blueprints for how apology videos should be. Let's look at it.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. So what we came across that day in the woods was obviously unplanned, and the reactions you saw on tape were raw, they were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react.
Okay, I'm already say I like a few things about this video. He starts it off without him being like, "What's up, guys? Maverick merch out in Japan," or whatever he says. He's just talking about sorry. He's in his hotel room. It's nothing like important about the lighting or anything. There's no cuts in the video.
Or how to feel. I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down and stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I want to apologize to the internet. I want to apologize to anyone who's seen the video. I want to apologize to anyone who has been affected or touched by mental illness or depression or
most people. That's good. Okay.
But most importantly, I want to apologize to the victim and his family.
Did anyone tell him that the victim can't? Okay, all right, that's fine. Whatever. That's it's nice in sentiment. That's okay.
For my fans who are defending my actions, please don't. They do not deserve to be defended. The goal with my content is always to entertain, to push the boundaries, to be all-inclusive. In the world I live in, I share almost everything I do. The intent is never to be heartless, cruel, or malicious. Like I said, I've made a huge mistake. I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm disappointed in myself. And I promise to be better. I will be better. Thank you.
So it was a short, sweet apology. There's not much to really, besides that one thing. But let's look at the criteria. Context, we're looking at a 10 here, I think, because we're dealing with a really important subject. Logan has a huge fan base of young people at this point, being impressionable to a lot of people, maybe not good. The actual apology, honestly, I'm gonna give that a 9. I like the fact that he didn't come, it didn't look like he had a script, it didn't look like he wasn't sincere, he didn't stray away from what he wanted to say. Like PewDiePie, he addressed the issue, said he was wrong. He actually asked his fans not to defend him in any way, and at the end said he will be better. Humor? Well, I'm gonna give a 5 to that. I mean, it's nothing funny about this topic except when he tried to apologize to that said person. Effort, I'll give it a 9 as well. I think for the effort, he did post it pretty soon after, and like it's not like you have to make a big shebang about things, but the effort to actually do that and then recognize certain things like your fans would be defending you, what the whole issue was and why it happened, and address that head on is good. And a special miscellaneous, I am going to I think I'll give it a 7. And the reason I'm going to give it a 7 is because you have to understand the context. In late 2017, Logan Paul was the biggest YouTuber at the time. He was vlogged every day for years nonstop to grow this audience. And I think it's important to note that, yes, Logan Paul, like his brother Jake, do a lot of crazy things. But in saying that, to vlog every single day and to be those two, it's almost unfathomable that he didn't do more. And that was really bad, and it was just like him at the height of his popularity, not thinking he could do any wrong. And I think that gives him a 41, which puts him in the A category. And I truly believe Logan Paul since then has done pretty decently besides scamming the kids. Woo! Aftermath. Successful podcast, successful drink, successful WWE. At least one of the Paul brothers seems affable.
What's poppin', guys? Back with another banger video. I'm ready.
3, 2.
This is a really serious video. What if we fake your death?
JStation. JStation claimed his girlfriend had died, then made a series in which he tricked his 5-year-old fan base into subscribing by saying it was her dying wish to get 1 million subscribers. He also went to her gravestone, cried, and tried to resurrect her with a Ouija board. Finally, this next person needs no introduction because his name is JStation.
What's up, guys? This is a really serious video.
I love this already. What's up, guys? I'm in a closet. This is a really serious video. It's not like Elmo, 3 a.m. Elmo pulled down my pants and then said, "What it do, big boy?" This is a real serious video. He's talking about how his life's going since pretending to off his girlfriend. Oh, sorry, he doesn't do it, pretending that his girlfriend passed away in a car accident.
I want to start out by saying I'm sorry.
Hey, that's not bad. 5 seconds in, he's actually sorry. This can't get worse.
To Alexia's family, for putting them through any hard times, stress, about the death of their daughter. Alexia was never dead. My girlfriend, and we started dating, and I felt the happiest.
So then JStation apologizes specifically to his girlfriend's family because he did a prank in which he pretended that she passed away for views. Then he was gonna resurrect her. So now he's going through the story and then telling us how he wasn't happy and his whole life story. This is a new thing on an apology video, his whole life story.
I've ever felt. You don't understand, how messed up my life used to be,
God. Hey, you know what? He's better than Laura Lee already. My life really sucks. I have to do Elmo 3 a.m. challenge. I finally had a girl who liked me and then I pretended that she died in a car accident because I love money. Okay, Jay.
I put everything on the line to achieve success on YouTube. I dropped out of high school in grade 9. I'm in the middle of the fucking ghetto and shit. I turned my life around.
JStation's in the ghetto. Isn't that something nobody should say? JStation, in the ghetto. Back at it from the ghetto, JStation. Why don't you do 3 a.m. challenge in the ghetto? That would be a real challenge at 3 a.m.
I joined the army. I ended up drinking all the time, depressed.
He then said he dropped out of school, was in the ghetto, then turned his life around when he joined the army, and then proceeded in the same sentence to say, I ended up drinking and getting depressed. That's from is that turning your life around? He turned it from bad to worse. Technically that is turning your life around, but it's in the same sphere, bro.
Ended up going to jail because of drinking. Everybody in my life turned their back on me. Actually, I thought about the idea. What if we fake your death? And then...
Saying the words, what if we fake your death, and not being in a movie where a director can say cut is a very dangerous position to be in, JStation.
Do a skit on YouTube. I didn't know that she was serious and like, oh, if I don't delete these videos, she would break up with me. I don't want Alexia to break up with me.
Can you imagine a girl saying, if you don't delete these videos, I'm gonna break up with you? And you being like, bitch. What? You serious?
I don't want her to break up with me. She means the world to me, man.
Man?
So important.
God, maybe he is from the ghetto. She means the world to me, man. Come on, man. She my girl, man.
She is so important to me. She makes me happy. And I haven't been happy in so long. And then, all of a sudden, the police knock on my door. There's a warrant for your arrest.
I just noticed he's reading it off a page. I was wondering why his eyes were always like doing that. And then I realized he did this. And then I'm so sad. He's reading a book. He wrote a damn script. JStation wrote his own hostage letter. God.
And I say, why? For and I say, what? I can't leave my house right now. We're gonna get
God, I don't know if you're following the story, because this started off as an apology video, now it's a story time, but apparently cops came to his door. They said, and he said, what? Me? I doubt it.
Arrested, and they're gonna keep me in jail. Why did I deserve this? They're gonna put me in the jail.
Why did you deserve that? Have you ever took a look at your channel? That should prove why you deserve this. God, that should tell you everything you need to know, Jay.
And they're gonna hold me there. It takes like a year to deal with your charges, so I'm gonna be in there for like a year or something. I won't be able to upload anymore, and my whole entire life is ruined now. She ruined my entire life, this girl.
Is this an apology video still, or are we... This feels like a video you shouldn't have uploaded to YouTube and more just uploaded to her phone and DM'd her. I don't know why I'm supposed to be in this conversation with you, sir.
And I cared about her so much. I have her tattoo on my freaking body, bro. And Alexia, if you're watching this, and I know you are gonna watch it, I miss you so much. And even though you try to like have me in jail right now, I want you back.
Okay, this is the worst one. This is I don't know what the fuck this is. This is the worst one. This whole thing about him apologizing, saying sorry, then proceeding to tell us how his life is shit and he wants his girlfriend back after she proceeded to ruin his life sounds like a high school plot that someone wrote thinking it was going to be romantic.
I'll try to have a regular video out tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, I didn't quit YouTube. I'm just sitting in jail waiting to get out to make videos. I want to do this more in my life than anything. I always wanted to do YouTube, man. I traded my entire life for this and I will never stop, man. They can put me in jail for 10 years. I'll come out and make a YouTube video.
That's the hard... Man, maybe he is from the hood. Man, they can put me in jail for 10 years. When I come out, I'll make a YouTube video. Hey, man, what videos you make? I make drinking gay potion video. What? Yeah.
It's just follow your dreams no matter what.
Damn, saying the words follow your dreams no matter what, then following it up with a sigh that indicates that you hate your life is not promising, JStation, not promising.
It's gonna be super hard for me to trust girls after this, but thank you for everybody close to me. Even though...
Follow your dreams, you could do anything. It's gonna be super hard for me to trust girls. Oh, shit, fuck. God, that's disgustingly hilarious.
I have nobody in my life, and I'm a real person. I have a real heart. I have real feelings. I have a mother who's thinking about me at home.
Gonna be hard for me to trust. What do you say? Gonna be hard for me to trust my friends, even though I have no friends. I'm a real person. I have a real heart. I have a real feelings. I have a mom. What the hell apology video is this?
This is bull, man. I love you guys to death. I'll see you.
This is bull, man. Love you guys to death. If he had horns on his head and was like, "This is bull, man, love you guys to death," then that would be more acceptable than that. Context of the crime. Pretending that your GF passed away so you can trick your little fans into subscribing, that's a new level of manipulation. That's a 10 right there. The actual apology, I'm gonna give that a 5. The actual apology does not really talk about anything specific to what we need to know. It is a very skewed perspective. It talks mostly about JStation, but he does give us a little bit of context. I'll give him a 5. I'm being very generous, I know. Effort, that's a 10. He cried halfway through it. He is in a closet. He's color coding his hat and his shirt. He's sitting in something uncomfortable. I don't think it's great. Humor, 10. Just this whole thing is hilarious. I don't know how to explain just how funny it is trying to do a story time amidst an apology specifically to one person for pretending to say that they were dead so that you could get your channel to subscribe to her channel. That's scientifically funny almost. It's gangster, that's a 10, and miscellaneous special, 10. I thought this was an apology video. It turns out he clickbaited us from an apology video to trying to get his girlfriend back. That's really stupidly hilarious. JStation, I think everything about this is just excellent. He avoids the issue, actually take any responsibility for it. He says she ruined his life, then 5 minutes later says he'll take her back, no problem. This is a God tier. This is an S tier. 45 out of 50. He hits the rare and amazing, spectacular event of getting the top marks. The S tier for JStation. JStation S tier, because you are super special, buddy. Aftermath. His channel needs to be resurrected with a Ouija board since YouTube nuked it.
Girls over to have a 5-some, so hopefully I have a 5-some tonight.
We got 3 in there. What are you just like listening to this?
I opened the door and I was like, wow, they look kind of good.
Holy shit. It smells like someone was murdered in here. Dom, what's up, dude? You are sweating like a racehorse.
And I didn't believe you. And not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke.
David Dobrik. David was accused of abusing his power and covering up his friend's alleged crimes after uploading a video where a member of his crew, Dirty Dom, allegedly assaulted a drunk girl off camera. He originally uploaded an apology on his podcast channel, not his main one. It's also worth noting it seemed disingenuous. He then uploaded a second apology video where he said he was unaware of the power dynamic he was in and that he had consent to post the video that he did. We've almost come to the end. David Dobrik is next though. He ends by saying it's really important to know where the jokes end and the feelings begin, which sounds like a lyric from a gangster trap song. Look, man, I believe him as much as the next guy, but at the same time, I also don't believe him as much as the next guy. I mean, he went back to posting normal content, then he did go dark. So he proved both of us wrong and himself. I don't know what to say. I don't know where Dirty Dom is. I don't know anything about the vlog squad. All I know is that David Dobrik's vlog turned one guy into Dirty Dom and the other guy into a crazy religious person. Context of the crime. Woo, that's a 10. When you consider everything that he's done and all of the stuff he didn't even talk about in that video, that's a 10. Physically endangering people, mentally endangering people, making people feel unsafe. SA, some creepy old man called Jason Nash. It's a lot of stuff, man. The actual apology, I'll give a 6 for that one. I would take points away because he had to do it twice. He was straight into the camera. He didn't stray away from things and how it's hard to see your friend turn into that. I respect it, but at the same time, I think he neglected to say a lot of stuff. So that's a 6. Humor, 0. Man, there's nothing funny about this, okay? Oh, you know what? I'll give it 2 points. I'll give it 2 because he told us the time for no reason. That was very arbitrary. The effort, again, I'm gonna have to give a 6 too. I don't think I can give David too much. He did definitely address some of the stuff. And then we got one more. We got special. I'm gonna have to put it as a 10 for miscellaneous. It's always crazy to see people who you think are just amazing have all of these things that when you look back, you're like, oh, That's crazy. It's one thing to make a mistake. I think it's completely okay to make mistakes. That is part of learning. The caliber of the mistake matters. And sometimes we don't talk about that. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, I don't know how redeemable that stuff is right now. So I think the context of him being this big and having to do this because of how much backlash is very important for context and circumstance. So I'll get that at 10. And I think with everything, we get a 34. That's gonna be on the C to B tier, and I think I'm gonna give him a B for it. It wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the worst. It's in the middle, and that's kinda like his content. Aftermath. The apology would go on to be parodied by SNL, but in terms of accountability, seemingly nothing. Aside from him cutting ties with a few people and brands dropping him only to secretly work with him again. I guess money really does win.
Now instead of having a little boy, there's a tiny little penis in there.
3 people you would want to sit on your lap.
My answer is so creepy.
I can't admit this. This sounds so pedophile-ish. I would want the girls from Dance Mom.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
Colleen Ballinger. Accusations of her having inappropriate relations with minors and doing some dank jokes with them began to surface in 2023. Colleen decided to release an apology video in which she sings a song on the ukulele titled Toxic Gossip Train. Yes, her apology video has a song in it. We've done it. We've come to the end. Well, there is just one more person, but I think you know who this is. And I waited for this moment my whole life, really. It's the only apology that starts off with a fucking song. It's Colleen. It's a 10-minute apology. She's got verses, not just one. I had to cut it down, but if you want to see the full thing, it's still up. Okay, so she starts off, she's sitting on the couch, which is wrong. You need to sit below it. And she just starts off by not putting the camera on. Like, when you look at like Logan Paul and David Dobrik, they start by pressing record and putting the camera down, which means they didn't edit the video from start to finish. This girl started with the camera on and she's just looking at the floor, which means she rehearsed this moment. Gangsta. Hey, it's good, man. This is good. This is the most passive-aggressive white mom type I've never seen. Every time I see it, it gets more impressive. I just can't imagine thinking, oh, these are some serious allegations. Let me bust out the ukulele.
It's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true, though. Just as long as it's entertaining. All aboard the toxic gossip train. I wish she had a music video for this. This just seems like the audio version. If you're gonna go hard, you might as well go hard, you know, like get Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff and like choo choo and all that. Maybe, I don't know. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
One-way ticket to manipulation station. And it indeed is manipulation station because people who had been like talking about her video had suddenly received a copyright strikes, but it wasn't because of her. It was because of her song. Suddenly, it was on iTunes because indeed this girl actually put her song on iTunes, Toxic Gossip Train.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
She's disproving everyone right now. They didn't say I couldn't sing it, so just because it's in a melody, now it's different. She's busting all these myths. She's a myth buster all by herself.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there.
She just basically said, you guys are friends, and I don't know how to even explain that. Like, how does that even work? You don't know them. They don't know you. What?
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years. You see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
I mean, we've talked about it. She's done some crazy stuff. Taking accountability and changing and turning into a better person is what she said. Although it all came out at a time where she felt she needed to apologize. You know, she's back on YouTube. She did a second apology video. I'll talk about that after this, but
that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations.
this is the only apology to have a chorus. People need to learn from this apology. This is the catchiest apology. You wouldn't even want people to remember it. I don't know why she's doing it like, oh yeah, I remember when she fucked up. She wrote that catchy song.
The toxic gossip train steamroll over someone's reputation. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
Yeah, she then blames the audience for like blaming her for doing things. Yeah, people aren't perfect, but they're also not pushing their lives onto social media, and that's sort of like the consequence, huh? Nobody's asking you to be perfect, but don't do illegal stuff. Being immoral and being like illegal are two different things, you know what I mean? The ukulele didn't really save her. I don't know how she thought it did, but I wish every time she released an apology, she brought out a different instrument and it became like an album. Like she started with the ukulele, then she brought out a flute. She's like, I'm sorry. I don't know how flute's done.
Hey everybody, I found someone new to harass.
Yeah, it just keeps going on. That's all we need to see. All right, let's talk about this apology. Woo! Colleen Badlands Ballinger. Context, 8, I guess. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like what she did is bad, 100%, and not taking accountability is bad. If I had to put it on the list, I would put it like almost at the worst, but not at the worst. Considering she's a mom and things, it just makes it even more freaky to me personally, but that's just subjective. The actual apology, whew, that's a 10. I mean, come on. She didn't say things, she sung things. She sung shit. And not only did she not apologize, but she made us feel like we needed to apologize. What? Like, you're perfect? Everyone does that. R. Kelly's way worse than me. Humor? Oh, that's a 10. Like I said, an apology with a chorus is just amazing. And the fact that she started off by just being silent at the start of the video, and then just whooped out a ukulele to passively sing at us is like god tier comedy, honestly. I don't think I could write something that good. Effort. Learning a song, learning the chords, learning the lyrics, because she didn't make that up on the spot. She rehearsed it. Do you know how many times you probably saw toxic gossip train, not gossip. So that's come on. The effort in doing that is gangster. That's a 10. A special Musk. Why do you even think I added the category? Because of her. She's the reason the category exists. Everyone else was just made up bullshit. This woman aced the test. She's 2 points off of 50. She hit a 48 out of 50 because of how gangster that apology is. She actually needed to do a better apology because this one was so bad. That's so cool. She's a 48. That's a S tier right there. Colleen, you're on the top spot. Because my goodness, I've never seen someone deflect, manipulate, gaslight, and do everything in a video while also doing a chorus to it. Miranda may have no talent, but Colleen, you certainly got a talent for manipulation. She did another apology video more recently, and this time she's taken notes. She threw the ukulele away. She was like, shit, maybe choruses are not the best way. She's also sitting below the piece of furniture, so she's doing that right as well. But the thing that she did like the greatest YouTuber was she put the apology at the start of a vlog. It's not two separate videos. So in the same video, she's like, I'm sorry. Now watch me do things with my day. Because you're watching this and you're like, oh yeah, she's sorry. And then 2 minutes later, she's just going about her day like nothing happened in the same video. That's amazing. I wish all YouTubers did that. I wish Logan Paul was like, sorry for what I did in Japan. Let's eat a mukbang now. Colleen is the gold standard for apology videos. And I think it's been long overdue. We needed an updated list. A lot of people have done apology videos, but Colleen, I think, has taken the crown. But that's all I have for you. That's a very much longer video than I thought. I hope you like the breakdowns of each apology. And this is going to lead me into my next video, in which I do one for nothing. Just in case other people need to apologize, they'll know how to do it way faster. Thank you for staying with me. Thanks for watching this, and tell me your opinion down below. I'll see you on the next YouTuber tier list, I think. Bye.